Okay, friends, I just realized I want to put this before my statement on YouTube. If you have not seen Technoblade's video yet, please go watch it. I don't want you to find this information out from me. I'm actually taking this clip right now and editing it in front of everything that's going on right now. But yeah, if you don't know what's going on with Technoblade, please make sure to check out his video. Please hear it from him so I'm not putting words into his mouth. But once you've done that, feel free to come back and check this out. Hello, everybody. I'm hanging out with chat today. I'm not gonna do the normal intro or anything like that. I just wanted to say something really quick. On my Twitch, we are actually hanging out today, and right before I went live, we got the news about Technoblade. Found out that he is currently dealing with cancer, going through a lot of stuff related to that, and I just wanted to make kind of a statement to add on YouTube and sort of let people know, you know, that people who are going through that, they need two things. They need support, you know, on some level. Sorry, I'm playing with this in my hands because this is really difficult. But they need your support, and they also need their space. I know it gets kind of weird because when it comes to Techno and his channel, we all like to, you know, have the meme of like, when is Techno going to post? Why isn't Techno posting? But I think we all kind of understand why that is now. And I think, but it's one of those things that making content can be very cathartic. And it's almost like, you know, it's almost like one of those situations where when he posts, let him know you care, but don't make that the entire focus of what you're doing. Because my guess is that Techno is making that content to get away from a lot of what's going on. Cancer is a bitch. And chemo is no joke either. No matter what kind you're getting, you know, no matter what type of cancer Techno is dealing with, it is not fun. It's emotionally, financially, physically going to be a wreck. And part of the reason that I wanted to make this statement / video / whatever in support of Technoblade is because a lot of you know that I had surgery in June. I missed about a week and came back. You know, we were stronger than ever. I made a lot of videos in the meantime while I was sort of recovering from my surgery and things. But yeah, I guess the reason I wanted to make this video, to make the statement and all this kind of stuff, is because I am dealing with what Technoblade is dealing with. Now my situation is nowhere near what his is. I'm not going through a lot of that. Fortunately for me, the surgery I had in June is probably enough to knock everything out. But I just felt like, and I don't want to get into too much of the details. I don't want to get into too much of the story. TLDR, and I've told this story on stream before, so I think some people may have been able to kind of figure it out. I went to the doctor. They found something that wasn't supposed to be there. They got me in for a surgery like 3 days later. They got rid of what wasn't supposed to be there, and everything since then has been okay. Everything since then's been fine. It's been good on my end, but that's why I wanted to kind of mention that, because I just think that, you know, it sucks. So many people go through this. So many people deal with this. I lost my mom. And it's just been one of those things where, like, again, for me, and I want to clarify because I know that was a lot of news for people, but like, for me, I should be good. They said like 85%, you know, if I have to do anything else, they're 99.9% sure they can get rid of it. So my situation is not anywhere near what his is. But, like, I still have to go to the doctor for a few years, and that's basically the gist of it. I had to have surgery. It was not fun for a while. I feel a lot lighter having told all of you, because I've been keeping that inside since June. Because I know a lot of you are younger, and that's the other reason that I sort of wanted to say things as well, because I know a lot of you are younger, and I know that hearing about it from Technoblade was probably the first time that a majority of you have dealt with somebody you care about dealing with that. And it's unfortunate, but as you get older, it's something you see, and it's something you hear, and being a good friend for people is the best thing that you can do. Basically, that's sort of all I can say, as I'm trying to kind of gather my thoughts a little bit more. Same secret. We lost my mom when I was 20. And really, the most important thing is to just make sure you go to the doctor, you know? Make sure you pay attention to your body. Make sure you know what normal is. Make sure you know when something isn't normal. And if you feel like something isn't right, if you feel like something's wrong or weird or strange, try and, you know, see somebody about that. Because that's only the way that that's the only way that we can learn. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of what Technoblade said, I wholeheartedly agree with. You know, I still wear my masks 24/7. Whenever I'm not in the house, I wear a mask. And it's because if you are dealing with this, if you know, need to go to the next step, which is chemotherapy, and I know Techno's already dealing with chemo, if you get sick, you can't get it. And you don't want to just be sitting around not, like, you don't want to be sitting around not getting the help you need because somebody got you sick or somebody else was irresponsible. And that's why I wanted to echo a lot of what Technoblade said. I feel like this is rambling. I feel like this is stupid. I feel like I'm wasting people's time. But the two biggest things that I wanted to echo and the two biggest things that have been on my mind for a while are, again, make sure you go to your appointments. You know, you're young, you're healthy. You think like, okay, who cares? A lot of people do. It's why you need to go to the dentist as well, you know? Your teeth and stuff, that's close to your brain. If you get an infection in here, it's close to your brain. You don't want to be messing with that. So take care of yourselves. And again, know what normal is for yourself. Like, take responsibility, take pride in your own wellness. And granted, this is a very weird time to say this. This is a very weird, in the middle of a very depressing kind of rant here on Twitch. It's sort of weird to say, but take care of your mental health as well, because things can snowball. If you don't take care of your mental health, it's easy to let your physical health slip. When your physical health starts slipping, that's when things can crop up. Now, there are some, like what I was dealing with. I talked to my doctor about it. Actually, a lot of doctors. That's the thing. You get a team of doctors. You realize that people in the medical profession care a hell of a lot about you. And if you are in a position where you need help, there are people that are going to go out of their way to help you. And that's kind of the nice thing. But, my doctor pointed out, for me, it was basically a cell in my body that I was born with that was always going to be this. And you find out, you learn a lot really quickly when you get cancer. Like, you learn a lot real quickly, and even people that have the same kind of cancer, even people that are dealing with cancer in the same area of your body like I was, it can be way worse. That's why I said the fact that Techno is able to get chemo is a good sign. Because when I had my surgery, before they could even tell me what was wrong with me, there was a chance that like what I was dealing with, chemo wouldn't help it. You know, it would basically just be I would have to go back for surgeries for the rest of my life. And fortunately, the kind that I had, it's wrecked by chemo, it's wrecked by radiation, it's wrecked by like that's why I didn't mean to make, you know, this video about me, because the thing I'm dealing with is, again, 99.99% to have a happy ending. So instead of YoBGS support, send it all to Techno, because Techno, I mean, again, I've talked to a lot of people. I'm in a lot of support groups for what I have, and the people that are going through chemo, it sucks. And that's why you want those people to stay healthy. You want them to get in, get their treatment, recover as fast as humanly possible. That's also why I'm not going to be watching his video. I'm not doing a reaction to this video. I just needed to get this off my chest because it had been there for a while. I felt like I was hiding something from my community, but in reality, the world has been pretty crappy, you know, in the last 18 months, and I didn't want to dump anything on anybody that I didn't know if you were prepared for, but it's going to be hard. You know, it would have been hard talking about this. I know Nate's in chat right now. It would have been hard talking about this on the podcast. It would have been hard talking about this with you all and not explaining that, yeah, I have to go in every 2 months to get blood drawn so that they can check and make sure that everything's fine. I have to go in every several months now for like CAT scans and stuff like that, because that's the only way they're going to be able to tell if that stuff comes back or not. You just get scans, you pray, you get nervous the week of, and you just hope that everything is fine. But it's really people like you. And it's people like you because you can take our mind off of it. And that doesn't just go for content creators and their communities. If you have a friend, if you have somebody that you care about, even if you have a pet that you love, you know, that's all the difference for them. That's all the difference for like being able to help somebody through just a really crappy situation, honestly. Like, one person is all it takes. Like my neighbor, after my surgery, it was hard for me to walk for a long time. Again, I don't want to get into too much of the recovery from my surgery, but I had a hard time just getting up, walking around, doing basic stuff. I wasn't allowed to lift anything over a couple pounds. And so, you know, my neighbor comes over and he just talks to me for a little bit. And that was the first time I thought about something other than cancer. So that meant the world to me. And that's why I'm like, make sure that Techno knows you support him. Make sure that Techno knows that you care about him and you're thinking about him, but don't make his entire life be about this. I would like to think that in a big way, Technoblade is making content to get away from all of this, to distract him from all of this. It's fun to play Skyblock and farm potatoes and not have to think about going in for treatment and not having to think about all the BS that you're dealing with or what could possibly happen in the future, anything like that. So just be a friend. That's the biggest thing I can say. Just be a friend to people, and even if they're struggling, yeah, let them know you respect them and you care about them and you're here for them, but don't make that be their entire life. If that's the one thing you hear, if that's the one takeaway you get from all of this, the best thing he'll have is to be able to just not think about this crap for a while. That's the other reason I didn't bring it up. I didn't really want it to be my whole life. But yeah, I think at this point I'm starting to repeat myself. I feel like I've gone on for about 15 minutes at this point. I want to watch some videos with chat. We want to have some fun. You know, we want to try and have a good day. Techno, if this gets to you, anybody who is dealing with any illnesses, anybody who's dealing with anything physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, just know that you've got more than 200 people over there that are thinking about you, that care about you, and that want you to get back to, if you can't get back to 100%, we want you to get back to as close to 100% as humanly possible, because there's so many things out there. There's so many ways that life can throw you curveballs, and everyone is going to deal with their fair share of them, and everyone is going to need support from people. Everyone's going to need a distraction at some point, and that's what we're here for. That's what life is here for. That's what, us content creators are here for. And just, yeah, I hope, I don't know. Like I said, I hope that this is not something that anyone has to deal with. So, on that note, my friends, I'm going to say take care. Be your best again on YouTube. If I decide to post this, we will catch you next time.